down under in Newcastle, Australia, trying to transform a gloomy-looking panel van into a funky surf wagon, inspired by the iconic Holden Sandman.
But with a paint job way out of our budget, we're at stalemate over how to give our van a much-needed injection of colour. It's a surf wagon, it can't be black, so we're going to have to find another way.
Well, there is only one way. There's only one other way. If it's not going to be paint, and we're not going to paint it by rattle can, the only other way to do it is wrapping it.
Then that's what we've got to do. While Mike finds us a wrapper with enough orange vinyl to cover this old beast, Džonzi's back to breathe new life into our engine bay with a brand new, upgraded Holley carburettor. Looks the part, doesn't it?
This thing will just give that modern fuel efficiency. The metering of fuel and air will be, you know, the way that it's supposed to be. And we've done our calculations, so it's the right size for this motor.
Well, the problem is people want to go as big as they can because they think it's going to give them even more performance. But, you know, as you know, the reality is you can only put one that matches the size of your engine. It can only cope with a certain amount of air and fuel going in. And if you over-fuel it, or if you over-carb it, you're going to pump more fuel in than it can cope with, and it'll be a disaster.
Yep, and 350 is the perfect sort of streetable carburetor, and that's the size that we've chosen for this car. You get a chance, can you just check that my vacuum advance hose there is connected to that distributor?
Yep, it is. Yeah, you're all good.
Look at that. Looks like a race car, bro. You'd be used to that, wouldn't you?
Does look good, doesn't it? Right. There we go. Brand new Holley carburettor on our engine. It's not even something I was originally planning on doing. And now that it's on there, I'm very pleased that it is. It looks the part, it will make the engine more reliable, and so this whole engine bay is just starting to turn a corner. The Holley carb will add value to our V8 engine, but it'll all be for nothing unless we can shift that nasty sludge from the water system. Mate, we haven't got time for cocktails. What are you up to?
Some bush flushing agent for you.
Is this what you use?
Well, the citric acid in the lemon juice is perfect for getting rid of all of that corrosion. It's a very mild acid, and, you know, we've got a lot of calcium in our water down in Australia, and there's a lot of gunk, as you know, in there. I reckon it's a natural way to do it.
You are full of surprises. I can honestly say I've never done this before. It feels so wrong, and it's also making me thirsty.
All right, well, you open your mouth and I'll pour some in you, and you can pour some in the motor.
Flush me out.
Yeah. Get rid of all that gunk. You wouldn't have much gunk. You're the fittest bloke I've seen in 5,000 miles. But just remember at home to tell your mum that you're stealing her lemons, or you're taking her lemon juice, so she can remember to go to the shops and get some more once you're done.
I mean, it is going to work in exactly the same way as a traditional flushing agent. I love it.
Yeah, and just like a traditional flushing agent, you leave this in here, you let it work its way through the system.
Yeah.
The water pump will let it flow through.
Yeah.
And it'll just work away at all of that corrosion.
Right, here's some water to top it up.
You look like you're watering the lemon tree, bro.
See how accurate we can be. Yep. Not very.
That's the way.
The system's now full of lemon juice. A sentence I never thought I'd say. Should we get it fired up?
Let's do it.
Well, there's life in there yet, mate.
There is, mate.
It's going to take a couple of days for the lemon juice to work its magic, which means Džonzi's work here is done.
How are you, brother?
Good, brother, good.
Hey,
excellent. Mate. Elvis, you all right?
Yeah, good to see you, man.
So is everything done? Mission accomplished? Have we used him as much as we possibly could?
Mate, we've got so much done together, haven't we? We've just ploughed through so much work, and there's no way I could have got through everything we've done without you being here. So, mate, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Džonzi. I mean, Elvis has said every single day about how much of a benefit you've been to us in the workshop. Plus, you brought some of your bush mechanic skills to us, of what we'll never forget. So thank you, mate. Well,
at the beginning of the week, I looked at my jobs list and you were down at number 5. And I thought, maybe I should prioritise that at number 1, and I don't regret it.
While Džonzi heads back to the bush, we're heading across town to my vehicle wrapper, Sam. who's done us a great deal on the price on the condition we get stuck in and do some of the work ourselves.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yay!
All good? Yep. So straight over the bonnet.
Nice one, fellas.
And if you get a good hold of it and sort of pull fairly taut,
Yeah.
and make sure all your edges are covering, pull out all your corners.
Mate, I'm not being funny. Instant transformation.
It's good, isn't it?
And the colour is exactly right. That is fantastic. I mean, if we were going to choose a colour of a period, the 1970s, you can't get any more funky than that, can you?
It's absolutely perfect.
Not only does it look great, but it's also much cheaper than a respray. Wrapping this entire wagon is going to set us back just $5,000.
So has this got like microscopic holes in it to let the air out?
Yeah, like microscopic channels almost like a crisscross channel like that underneath the vinyl. So if you make sort of like a bubble here, and you have a little bubble there, you can kind of just
Rub it away.
rub it away.
Love it. Right, so come on then, let's get it flattened down.
A simple, soft-edged squeegee should smooth out any bubbles without damaging the vinyl.
I'd usually sort of start from the middle. I'd make sure my grooves are down nice and flat. Start squeegeeing down, overlapping about sort of 50% every time, so you can see where you're squeegeeing and chasing all your air out as you go.
It's good to go.
Yeah, so that.
Can I have a go, Sam?
Yes,
Yeah.
no worries.
Look at that. Silky smooth.
If you rip that, I will laugh my head off.
So, Sam, amazing job, eh?
The colour does look good, doesn't it?
You can really see it coming to life.
Really
the
can.
only thing is, once this all gets done, you can see it's going to be a big block of colour.
Yeah.
I am talking to some people about getting some decals down the side and, you know, some script for the back of the car and the sides of the car. And I think, you know, that's going to break this up, and we're going to need to break it up because it's just going to be too much.
Yeah, we'll finish it off nicely. While Sam and I crack on with the tricky wing sections,
So pull nice and tight, and just sort of straight over like that.
yeah,
All good.
I'm off to sort out the crowning glory of our Sandman.
So I've looked around, and you can actually buy just a set of Sandman decals, but that's too easy. So I found a company that can actually print and make up the stickers for me, do it all in a nice font, and I can choose my own colour. So I'm on my way to go and see them now.
Decals were all the rage back in the 70s, a cheap, easy way to make the Sandman stand out. Exactly what we need.
Wow. This looks like the place. I was expecting to turn up to a little unit with a roll-up door, but this looks rather swanky.
I'm here to meet sticker specialist Steve and put my artistic skills to the test.
This is very nice. So with the Sandman script, what does it look like on that orange in A colour?
OK, let's go have a look.
Blue and green and red.
Quite jarring colours, aren't they?
They sort of hurt your eyes, don't they?
They do.
What about something that's more yellowish on the outside?
Yeah.
And then that red colour, can we put in where the blue is? Oh, I should be a sticker designer.
Oh, wow. Great work.
Hey, I should be a sticker.
I actually like the look of that.
What if the white was green? If we was to change that green for, I don't know, orange. Boom!
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
Excellent.
OK, so could we put, like, tribute underneath, or even, like, Wheeler Dealers tribute underneath?
Great idea.
So I'm sort of owning it and saying, it's not a Sandman, it's a tribute of a Sandman.
Sure.
Wheeler Dealers tribute.
How does that look?
Oh, Stevie, you are... That looks fantastic,
Looks great, doesn't it?
That really does look
That's
good.
going to look really hot on the back.
The final piece of the puzzle is the traditional Sandman stripe, which breaks up those huge slab sides.
Mate, honestly, with Sandman written underneath that, it's going to look epic.
That's going to look great on the side.
Can you send it to the printer?
Let's do it.
Nice one. After you, sir.
it's not long before the Holden's back in the workshop, and it's not just the outside that's looking fresh. We've tidied up the engine bay and given it a fresh coat of paint, so there's now just one last job under the bonnet. Right now, this engine is full of Džonzi's lemon juice. It's been in there for a few days, doing its magic. I've run the engine up, circulating it through all of the little waterways and channels where it's been breaking down using that citric acid, all of the gunk that's probably been in there for years. I'm now about to drain it all out, hopefully along with the gunk, and then replace it with some fresh coolant. If Džonzi's trick has failed and the gunk's still in there, we'll be back to square one.
We're in Australia, trying to turn this old Holden WB panel van into the ultimate Sandman tribute.
We've nailed the colour change with our money-saving wrap that has Džonzi's lemon juice trick cleaned out our cooling system. Just looking down the top of the radiator, I can already see it's done its job. It's taken away a lot of the gunk, and even just that little bit there I can see is cleaner. So if that's the case everywhere, I'll be very happy. That was a nice little trick from Džonzi. Now I'm going to flush this out with some clean water, change the hoses and the thermostat, and then refill it with some nice clean coolant, and we're good to go. There we go, there's the old thermostat. I mean, you can actually see it has been gunked up with all the sludge that's inside the engine, but interestingly, as the lemon juice has been in there doing its magic, you can see how the bottom of it has actually been cleaned right back to bare copper. If that's the effect of it going through the entire engine, we should be in much better shape. I mean, given that they're only about $5, I'm going to change it anyway. Here we go. Time to replenish the system with a fresh amount of antifreeze or coolant. And you might wonder why on earth you're putting antifreeze in a car's coolant system down here in Australia, where right now the temperature's about 40 degrees. Actually, it's not just about stopping the system from freezing. This fluid has anti-corrosion inhibitors, it has elements in it which raise the boiling temperature of the fluid as well and prevent sludge from building up, like we've seen can happen. So with about a 40% mix of this to water, we should be good to go.
Oh.
Before you ask, it is the same car we started with.
Ah.
How about this, eh?
We have absolutely smashed that, haven't we? Oh, wow. It's so much better than I would have ever dreamed.
It's hard to envisage it, isn't it, until it's actually done, but it's transformed. And your stickers, how good do they look on the side?
They just look fantastic. See, it's got wheeler, dealer, tribute.
Yeah, I love it. It absolutely sets it off. And look, it looks like a surf wagon. Importantly, it no longer looks like a hearse.
We've literally raised the dead, haven't we, eh? So is all this end done? The wrap's done, so what have we got left to do?
Well, there's a couple of things you can give me a hand with, actually. I need to get the roof rack on, which is probably a two-man job, and then carpet in the back, and then that end is now done, but, mate, we're almost there. And, I mean, look at it. It's got to be more sellable, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for people to see beyond the death wagon we previously had, but now it's had this done to it. I'll get pictures up online. Mate, I'll tell you what, keep your fingers crossed. I'm going to get this sold quickly.
Yeah, like it. All right, well, let's get it out and you can give me a hand with those couple of jobs.
Lovely.
Along with the exterior changes, carpet in the back of the van will add value by making it a more usable space down at the beach.
It can come back to you a bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, lovely.
Okay, just got to cut around the arches.
Yeah. And for any self-respecting surfer, a roof rack is simply essential.
Well, I don't know how we can improve on perfection. It looks absolutely mega. I think it's about time we took it out, don't you?
Just need to strap a board to the roof.
Yeah.
When we bought our Holden panel van, it looked like it would be more at home outside a funeral parlour than a beach bar.
But together, we've transformed it into the ultimate surf wagon.
I worked with Džonzi to overhaul the engine bay and boost performance with an upgraded carb. And thanks to a brand new set of suspension coils, we've lowered the car's stance.
Well, I channeled my inner surfer dude and found the perfect colour to appeal to the crowds down at the beach.
In total, we spent just under $10,000, around £5,000.
Money well spent to create an authentic Sandman tribute. And now there's only one place to go to put it to the test.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Look at that view. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think this moment would happen.
No, me neither.
There are people that are sort of giving us a little cursory wave as we go by because they acknowledge the fact that we look super cool in our bright orange Sandman tribute.
The sun is glistening off this beautiful orange car. I mean, yeah, it's what a transformation, eh?
You have done some great work. This engine is purring like a kitten. So tell me about what you and Džonzi did to it, because it's beautiful.
That big old Holley carburettor has made it more reliable, but also more efficient, and definitely got a little bit more performance.
You've also changed the ride height, haven't you? It feels a little bit, well, slicker.
The whole look of this car was wrong, wasn't it? Everything, from the colour, but also to its stance. It sat too high, so I've put a lowering kit on it. I think it cost me about $1,100, so not a fortune, but it's definitely made it sit in the way that it should to sort of match its new, fun, surf-like appearance.
Well, talking about its surf-like appearance, I'm really surprised just how cheap this wrap come in, to be honest with you, because to paint the car, to throw a bucket of paint over this, well, honestly, I was panicking. I was getting quotes of 25,000, 30,000 Australian dollars. That's double what we pay in the United Kingdom.
Crazy, isn't it?
So the wrap coming at $5,000, which, when you think about it, it looks like paint. It's transformed the car, and with the stickers down the side and our little sand script and our little tribute that we've done, I think for $5,000, it's an utter bargain.
Yeah, it's transformed the way it looks, hasn't it?
It has. So I've been running through the figures. We're up at around 30,000 Australian dollars, about 15 grand in our money. That's all right, isn't it?
That is all right, considering what we've done.
Considering what we've done to it, I think it's a cheap old wagon for this, for 15 grand. So I've advertised it out there at 35,000 Australian dollars. I got this guy on the hook, he's called Stephen. He's on his way to Bar Beach, which is just outside Newcastle, New South Wales. He's seen the pictures, I've spoken to him on the phone. He can't wait to see the car. It seems like it's perfect for him, and if we can get 35 for it, that'd be good.
I'll tell you what, if we can get 35 grand, mate, that is a tiny little profit.